All right, non-definitive text. Pretty much what a lot of people will do is they will use non-defining Bible verses to define specific evils. And there's a group of different texts that do this, or that people use to do this. But we're going to look at 1 John 2:15 and 16. These verses say, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world." And so people will be, see, a lust of the flesh is of the world. And they'll be like, so anything that basically that you desire that exists is of the world, and therefore if you desire that, if you love that stuff, then the love of God's not in you. And they'll use this to condemn everything, from the books you read, the music you listen to, the food you eat, the way that you have sex. They will use this verse to condemn specific evils, even though this verse is just talking about evil in general. This verse is not, John didn't say this so that way we could know whether or not it's okay to have oral sex. It's not about that. If you read it, it's nowhere in there. This verse is saying, hey, look, if you love evil lusts of the flesh and evil prides in life and evil lusts of the eyes, the love of God's not in you. It's not there to define specific evils. But people will do this, and this is why we're mentioning this, because what we don't want to happen is, people have used these verses and they've used it to condemn every type of sex that you could possibly have in a marriage relationship. And they're like, therefore, it's all evil, and, if you do any of this stuff, you obviously don't have the love of God in you, and you'll be lost. You can't do that. It doesn't work that way. There are many verses that define specific evils, such as in Galatians 5. It gives a list of works of the flesh. Adultery, fornication, lasciviousness, covetousness, seditions, heresies, emulations, wrath, strife, etc. These are specific evils. But anyways, the point in all this is you cannot use verses that are talking about evil in general to define specific evils, because that's not what they're for. And if you do that, you're going to come up with all kinds of different crazy doctrines and all different kinds of crazy ideas, and it's going to mess with your life and the life of your spouse, and we don't want to do this. So thanks for watching. Keep this in mind as we're going through these presentations so this does not happen in your marriage. Thanks.